What's up, everybody? Welcome to You Know What to Do in a Piece with Netta. And on this episode, I will be talking about all about love. It's a tribute to Earth, Wind, and Fire's song, All About Love. And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about loving yourself, loving other people, and just us learning to love, humanity, our society, and just loving each other and walking in a path of love. So, before we can start loving each other, we need to love ourselves. Self love. We need to have self love, self respect, self confidence, and just valuing ourselves and self worth and having that acknowledgement, and also having a balance of, self care. We have to take care of ourselves. If you don't have that concrete relationship with yourself, then when you go out into the world and try to build relationships with other people, they're going to be just as broken as the one that you have with yourself. Your relationship with yourself is the catalyst for the relationship for everyone else outside of yourself. Your inner being is loving you. The God within you is loving you. You are love. You radiate love. You have to show yourself love no matter what the circumstances are. Physically, mentally, everything. Your hair could look crazy one day. There's no reason for you not to love yourself. You can lose a game, you lose a job, a person could walk out your life. Just anything, or just do something that you just maybe had no business doing, or just made a mistake. There's no reason for you not to love yourself. You have to love yourself, flaws and all, because we're perfectly imperfect. Whatever, whether you weird, you're different, like, we're all unique, we all have our own paths. Respect it, respect it and honor yourself and acknowledge yourself. And whatever you want in this life, become it, be it. We attract what we are, not what we want, until you know how to master that energy, but be what you are, be what you want. Be what you want to attract. So if you want love, be love. Give yourself love. Give love to other people. And be open to receive love. It took me a long time to understand that, because I was just like, what? I'm supposed to love people I don't even like? Well, what don't you like about them? Because whatever you see in somebody else that you don't like, that's within you. Oh, yeah. That, to me, like, that hit me hard years ago, and I was just like, I had the ill attitude, like, what? And learning. You attracting certain people around you because the things that you do to yourself, how you talk to yourself, that's crucial. What you say to yourself is crucial. Because whatever you focus on, you're going to manifest it. So release the guilt, doubts, and fears. And you're always going to have some form of fear. That's just, to me, is just natural. It's like you need fear for your instinct. Like, say if you're in danger. But for fear to overpower you, overpower your love, and for you not to walk in love and to be walking into fear, like, that's the fear that I'm talking about, the fear that makes you control and put ownership on everything, fear to allow yourself to be vulnerable and actually open up your heart and actually say what you mean, say how you feel, speaking your truth with grace. Like, fear will have you project on people and be out here disrespecting yourself. Because when you disrespect yourself, you're going to disrespect other people. Or if you're disrespectful to other people, you're disrespecting yourself. And, people be just being nasty and just wars, and people want to hit each other and all that. And I'm not judging, because I've been that person, If you have to protect yourself in any situation where you're in harm, that's a whole different situation. But if you are projecting and doing something, hitting people physically, or just doing things you know is not necessary, if you're not protecting yourself, you shouldn't even be putting your hands on anybody. That means you lack of self-control. And that just shows how you would treat yourself, and how you talk to yourself. And that self-talk in your brain. So that's all that projection stuff. So love yourself. Self-respect. A lot of people can't build confidence because you don't have no self-respect. You don't have none of that. I mean, you don't even like yourself. You think very low of yourself. And just because you may have nice clothes on or money, that does not mean anything. And even if you don't have money or nice clothes, and you still have low self-respect, that's the same thing. I mean, money and clothes don't have nothing to do with it, but, people in society think that if you have material things, which there is nothing wrong with it, they're here for a reason. But when you put that, when you prioritize that over what's within, then it's an issue, because money is nothing but energy, and you are placing the value of it. You have to be the master of that, so I just want to clear that up, make that clear as well. But yeah, you have to master your emotions. You have to master your energy. You have to master how you're feeling, and you have to just be clear. Yes, we will get mad, but are you going to stay mad? Are you going to keep that offense and carry it with you? We got to learn to let things go, and I know that it can be hard. Sometimes, a lot of times we've been hurt, and it's like a really bad hurt. A lot of people, grieve, may have sexual trauma, been just in any form of trauma, and that may be your story for a long time. But are you continuously dragging it for the rest of your life? Every relationship is not going to be the same. And really look at it like, well, who are you attracting in your life? And then after that person leaves your life, are you spending time to actually love yourself and heal yourself? Or are you jumping back into the relationship and getting the same person with a different face? That means you're not doing the inner work. And then you're projecting, oh, you're just like the same person, da da da. All these people. No, it's not. Everyone is different. It's how you're thinking about it and how you treat yourself. If you're not taking the time out to heal, and you're not taking the time out to look at your own stuff, you're going to repeat history. You're going to repeat your old history. So you got to create a new narrative for yourself by what you're saying to yourself, how you're feeling about yourself. And then when it's time for you to establish relationships outside of yourself, when you level up with the relationship with yourself, you're gonna level up on relationships outside yourself. Like, yeah, that's it. Point blank, period. So, just overall as a society and humanity, like, we're always gonna have people who's projecting as doing things, but not saying that people shouldn't have consequences for what they do, because that's the law of cause and effect and karma. But do have the empathy and the compassion to see, like, oh, that person mental, or they're just hurt. Look at where they're coming from. Not condone what they're doing. I would never say that. No. If you're doing something out of order, then You're going to be knocked back into balance by karma. But I'm saying that us as humanity as well, you know, on that human side of us, we need to look within to that divine side of us and actually forgive and let go, because when we're holding on, it's hurting us. Forgiveness is for us. And don't live just on the ego. No, you have to, anything that challenges the ego will reject. So you have to be aligned with your higher self, with that divine inner being, and live from that. That's how your soul grows. You know, that's how you're living in love, and that's how you continuously elevate in your life and in your consciousness. I'm elevating myself and going, and then my karmic cycle, like, it's basically ended, and just so that I can live a better life, a more freeing and less constricting life, and just being overall joyful and tapping into gifts that's not even open. Like, yeah, and one of my gifts opened tonight, and it was a little weird, but yeah, my always had clairvoyant abilities, but it did something tonight that I wasn't aware of. And so, you know, when you really loving yourself and what you're eating mentally, spiritually, and physically, if you keep yourself healthy and you don't program your mind with the things that don't serve you, and I mean as far as like low vibrational, you know, what are you eating? And if you eat meat, like, that's fine, but do know that it is of a lower vibration. But I don't judge, because I've just been vegan or vegetarian, should I say, for about 2 months. But I've been so disciplined and seen the benefits of it. But just because I'm vegetarian does not make me better than anyone or any of that. Because there's meat eaters doing popping stuff out here. So I don't do that whole putting people in the box and you're this and separating people. Like, I don't got time for none of that. And all that whole title stuff and you're this and that. No, we're all one. I'm you, you are me. And we are all connected to source, and divine is within us. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Point blank, period. So, yeah. And we all need to realize it and just come from a place of love, especially when things is not always black and white. You know, there is that gray area, but before you step into that gray area, or either black or white area, you need to come from a place of love and know that whatever you know, been programmed to believe, whether it's a cultural thing, just realize that you don't have to be loyal to something that's no longer serving you. And I think a lot of us try to stick to beliefs and certain cultural and societal habits and thoughts and mindsets or whatever, because we're trying to find that sense of belongingness when you just belong here. You have to come here. You have to come home. This is home. You know, like E.T. go home. Like, and this is home. So your divine inner being will never steer you in the wrong direction. Like, your spiritual team is on fleek. Like, I don't know why I even said fleek, but your spiritual team is just like up there. They will always have your back. Like, they will never stray away from you. The God within you will never stray away from you. The God within you, divine higher self will always be by your side. Always. You just have to do your part and do the work. And you have to love. You have to be love and, embody it. Be open to love. Love yourself. And give love. And I feel like having that love isn't getting what you want and you feeling good all the time. Love is good. It does feel good. But it's not that Hallmark movie all the time. Like, love will really, like, make you check yourself. Like, you would really do some real introspection, even more just the awareness of, like, wow, somebody can love you and leave you. They love you enough to leave you because they love themselves enough to know that you're not even ready for the type of love. Well, first, you're not ready because you don't love yourself. And they love themselves too much to stoop low to that level. But they still love you as you are because they know that you need to grow. To some people, they like, oh crap, that hurts, that's painful, you left me. Not really. You left yourself. You left home. You stopped coming home. You stopped going to your enemy. You stopped healing that inner child. You stopped loving you. So all that abandonment, as an adult, you gotta heal your inner child. And yes, it could have stemmed from childhood, but say abandonment in a relationship as an adult. You have to go within with you. You have to love you. And everybody in the world, we all have our issues. We have to heal. Healing. Healing does not mean that the trauma never existed, that the pain never existed. It just means that it no longer takes over your life. And that's not the exact quote by Ash K. Dubé, but that's basically it. Healing does not mean the trauma never existed. It just means that it's not going to take over your life. And it's no longer controlling your life. And that's why I created my coaching business, Healing Hood, and started coaching spiritual and personal development and having workshops on just spiritual and personal development and self-love and having support groups and stuff because I needed my own healing. I had to start my own self-healing journey and be committed to it and really understand who I was and explore to remember who I came down here to be. And then tap into other gifts and meet different people and meet my soul family, because we got our blood family and then we got our soul family, and it's not like your blood family isn't as important as your soul family, because they're equally important. It's just that once you heal that bloodline and you break cycles and you just break that cycle, then you meet people from your soul tribe, and that's when you growing even more. These are the people that's going to lift you up. Like, those are mighty forces that come to your aid, and they teach you and they challenge you and they force you to grow. My mentor, I know she's a part of my soul family, like, for real, really is a part of my soul tribe. But that doesn't mean I love my family any less. I just accept my family, my bloodline for where they are, and just like they accept me, or whoever doesn't, that's none of my business. But You accept your family for where they are, whether they accept you or not, and you don't judge them. Just like you have to accept where you are in life. You know, everything that you give yourself, give to other people. Give to other people. I mean, I'm not saying like if you have a candy bar or just food and you don't want to share all the time. You can have that time, you know, you can have your own stuff, you know, but do share. And when it comes to like love and compassion, there's no lack of it. There is an abundance. There is an infinite flow. There's no lack or scarcity in this world. So just share it and give it, because it comes back. And I'm not saying go with the intent of it comes back, but just it comes back. It comes back. It comes back. And I just feel like it's all about love in this world. It don't matter what your religious beliefs are, what your spiritual beliefs are, what your cultural values. You cannot stay loyal to something that's no longer serving you. You cannot at all, and that's in anything in your life, because you will not grow. You cannot, just because someone does not believe something that you believe, does not mean that you condemn them and tell them that they wrong. And because you're judging yourself. That's the only thing you're doing. You're not sure about yourself, and you're not open-minded to even, allowing yourself to have a culture shock, to know that, people live differently all over this place, all over this world. There's different values and cultures and everything, and I don't think that we should be, that's what actually separates us. But there was a reason for all that. Everything is different. We're all unique, and we can embrace each other's cultures, but don't get stuck and rigid into one thing. One race, and I'm talking about different ethnicities, because one human race at the end of the day. Just know that all of this racism and all these sexisms and isms is nothing but distractions, but for you to become aware of which truth. Seek truth and knowledge, and implement the knowledge so that you can become wiser. And by implementing knowledge, that means take the action on the knowledge that you receive. Yeah. So that's the end of this video. If y'all need any coaching services, go to healinghood.com. That's HealingHood.com. Or y'all can listen to my podcast at Inner Peace with Netta. I upload every Friday, and I'm just talking about how to be centered in your inner peace, how to listen to your inner being, and just being your best self, and just talking about more spiritual stuff. So I'm about to give y'all some more goodies as well, and I have workshops, and I'm expanding even more. So I'm very excited about this new year and this new journey, and I will talk to y'all soon. I love y'all, and just be good to other people, and most of all, be good to yourself, and just pay it forward. Even when somebody is a straight asshole, kill them with kindness. Kill them with kindness, because then they won't look in the mirror and be like, oh, if they're aware. The person not aware, what you stressing for? Don't make someone matter who does not matter in your life. Yes, we all one, but we will have to be mindful of who we surround ourselves with, especially on a daily basis, because we are energetic beings as well. And this is an energy-based world, vibration and all that. But I'll get to that in a another episode, but have compassion, but have discernment. Love yourself, love others, be what you want to attract from someone else, but be it for yourself. Do it for yourself first. Love yourself first. Connect with the God within you, because you and God are one. And just be love. Just walk the path of love. And enjoy your day. Peace.